Hello and welcome to tonight's Happy Micromaths moment. We're demonstrating activities that are going to help young learners who might have maths anxiety, hate maths, just have difficulty with maths. And what we're doing is some people feel as though learners need to catch up after the year that we've had. And what these games and activities that are going to be part of the Happy Maths Summer Camp will be doing is helping families learn games that they can play together on a daily basis or weekly basis that will help young learners and indeed adults gain skills in maths so that they can work together. And in working together, certainly the young learners will become more skilled, more fluent with arithmetic and with logical thinking, with critical thinking, with all those wonderful skills that you gain by doing mathematics. So tonight's activity is all about fractions. It's a game. It's a very simple game. And in the process of playing it, you will gain maths, just fluency with fractions, understanding and fluency with fractions. So it's two people, so one person's got a double six. Actually, let me get another piece of paper so we can keep track of what we're doing and saying. So it's always good to, so let's say person one. So that's person one and person two. Person one has 3/3. And person two has 1/5. Now you can decide whether you want the fractions to go the other way. There's so many different games you could play with this. You can actually be looking for the largest number, or you can find the largest number up to and including 1. So you could, of those three, you've got two different ways. Are you looking for, well, let's start with the largest number up to and including 1, the largest value. So in case someone's not too sure about that, 3/3, well, let's have a look here. We've got 1, 2, 3 thirds. So we're looking for the third. So let's put this as thirds. These are each 1/3. These are each 1/2. That's a unit. These are each 1/4. These are each 1/5. These are each 1/6. These are each one. Actually, I say that, maybe they're not. Oh, they're not 1/5 at all. That's 1/6. These are each 2, 4, 6, 8, 1/8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1/12. And oh my goodness, so that must be 1/24 because those seem to each be half of that. So let's see what we've got. So I don't think we've got dice. We might not be going beyond that point, but you could always use 4 dice so that you can actually reach 1/24 if you want to. You can make it more challenging. The great thing about these games is you can make them as simple or as difficult as you want. So who has the greater value? So you don't actually have to understand the fractions to start off with. You simply go, well, this is 3/3 of 1, 2, 3. That goes up to there, which is 1. And the closer you are to here, the greater the number, the greater the value of the number. Okay, so this is 1/5. So 1/5 is only up to, well, we don't have 1/5 on here, so we might have to make 1/5. We could do that. It's more than 1/4, and it's less than 1/4 and more than a 1/6. So we might have to add that on there. But it's going to be around here. So this is smaller, so that is greater than that. So number 1 has 1 point. Now I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we want to maybe make, and that would be a nice project all on its own, is to actually make a fraction wall for yourselves. And if I was making a fraction wall, perhaps you would want to put in the fifths. But you do have Oh, we don't have tenths here either. That's interesting. I have to find out why. I'm surprised about that. I clearly hadn't looked at it, because every fraction wall that I've ever made always has the fifths in it. Right, so let's do the next one. So we've got number 1 gets 3 out of 6, and number 2 gets 5 out of 5. So all that we've got on here, 3 out of 6, 1, 2, 3. So that goes halfway. And you don't want to necessarily put these on. I'm putting these on for you to see, but you're going to figure out that that's halfway. That's the idea. So that's equal to 1. That's equal to half, because we've got halfway. And 5 over 5. Oh, yes. Okay, we don't have that, but it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets all the way to number 1, which equals 1. So this time, number 2 wins. So that is greater than that. Oops, you can't see what I'm writing. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Right, now, we're going to do something slightly different. So we're going to use the fraction wall, but we're only going to use the fraction wall for the last bit. So now we're going to find the largest number, the largest value that we can make. So, okay, so we've got, which is larger, 4 over 5 or 5 over 4, which is the one we're going to choose. Now, a young learner won't know that. So this is where we're learning about fractions. So let's see, 4 over 5. So we need to add the 5s, but it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. It's going to stop around here. And what if we did 5 over 4? Well, we've got the quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4. Way, it's going beyond it. So it's more than 1. So which is greater, 5 over 4 or 4 over 5? Well, 5 over 4 is greater, and we can see it just by seeing it as a number line and keep on going. So that's going to be our biggest possibility. Now let's see what happens with, so the second one is 2 over 6, or, whoopsie, and you can't see what I'm writing, 6 over 2. So question, is it 6 over 2 or 2 over 6, which is larger? Again, we're going to go here, we're going to go 1, 2. Well, that's quite small, it's less than half, 2 over 6. And then if we've got 6 over 2, that's 1, 2. We're going to keep going, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going all that way, all the way. And if we wrote a number line out, which is a nice long chart, we'd see that this ends up as 3, and this is equal to 1/3, because we've got 1/6, and we can see it's the same as 1/3. So those are, initially, you don't have to actually work out what the equivalent fraction is. So what 2/6 is equivalent to, or what 6 over 2 is equivalent to. Initially, the question simply is it bigger or smaller? Which is the bigger result? In this case, 6 over 2 is bigger than 5 over 4, even though they're both bigger than 1. So those are just some examples of how you'd play. And this is just a game that you play on a regular basis and learn about fractions, get familiar with fractions. And it looks like we might even be playing a fractions game for the Global Maths lesson. And that is on the 23rd of September. So we're going to be playing the Happy Maths Camp. And then on the 23rd of September, we're going to, every year, we have a Global Maths lesson. And this year it's on the 23rd of September. And it's a day when children all around the world do the same 30-minute lesson on the same day. And then they register with us, and with the Global Teacher Empowerment Network. And then when you've done the lesson, send in some pictures, and we'll send you a certificate of participation. And thank you, Uchiha Itachi. I'm glad you're loving what we're doing. We love it, and it's our objective that every child on earth will love learning and enjoy mathematics. So I'm glad you're loving it, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, with more happy micro maths moments.